Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be talking about two different pieces of checked luggage. One is the Travelpro Platinum Elite 26-inch bag. The other one is a 26-inch Jaguar that's about 18 years old. Okay, but because most people are going to be interested in the Travelpro bag, I'm going to start with that bag. I have not seen any videos on YouTube that talk about the 26-inch specifically. I hear about the smaller bags, the 22, and the bigger bag, the 29, but not the 26-inch. Now, guys, I'm sorry, I'm not a professional YouTuber. These are going to be amateur videos. I'm not cutting and pasting anything, so the video could run a little bit long. I will try not to ramble on too long. So with that, let's get started. This is the Travelpro Platinum Elite 26-inch. Okay, and they say that the inside dimensions of the bag are going to be 64 centimeter by 46 centimeter by 29 centimeter. The other bag is going to be a little bit similar, but we'll talk about that one later. Now, when I first got this bag and I opened it up, the zippers are fantastic. I tell you what, they're very smooth, very easy to open. But the first thing I noticed that I did not like, and for the life of me, I don't know why Travelpro did this. It's great for business travelers if you own a suit, but if you don't own a suit, what do you do with this? The zippers open down. How can you you have to come over here and then put things in this direction instead, and you got all these snaps and stuff here, which I really don't understand. I mean, you have all of these zippers and stuff that you put in, and I mean, this thing can come out. But it's not useless, but it's quite stupid, to be quite honest. I don't have a suit. I travel for pleasure. I don't do a lot of business, and so for me, this is quite stupid. And I hope that Travelpro will fix this problem. Some other people have said that the older versions don't open on the bottom like that. They actually open on the top, like the Jaguar bag that I'm going to explain to you more later. But that's the first thing I noticed, and I absolutely hate it. I feel it's a complete waste of space. Alright, so the other things in the bag, you've got these things here that's supposed to hold it down, which I also actually don't like. I actually want to cut it and just take them out, because I feel it adds weight to the bag. Not much weight, but a little bit, and it doesn't really do any purpose. I mean, yeah, okay, you got straps to hold stuff down and whatnot, but they're a little bit difficult to take out. It does open somewhere in here that you can probably take them out, but I really don't like it. Okay, the other thing that I feel is a little bit weird is you've got these poles inside. I don't know how easily it is for you guys to see that, but you've got these for the handle. So you've got space, but the handles here kind of stick out. Every bag's going to have that kind of issue, but here it's quite more, but I think it's still okay. In the front part, you've got this wet compartment for stuff. I think it's okay, it can come out. I won't use it. It's just a waste of space. It adds weight to the bag. I don't really need it. For you guys, you might need that. You've got a small pocket here, which I think is good to put a couple things. Like I always travel with a Swiss Army knife. It'd be nice to have a place for it that I always know where it is. Alright, so that's kind of the inside of the bag. It is quite deep. I do like that part of it. It is fairly square also, which is quite good. So that's the inside part. Now the outside part, let's go ahead and zip this back up. Alright, so on the front of it here, you've got two big pockets. You've got a pocket here on the front that opens up quite wide, I guess for slippers or whatever have you. I don't know what you'll use it for. I don't know what I'm going to use it for yet. And then you've got a smaller pocket here for and it's actually not very deep. It only goes to about here on the bag. So it's very small. I don't know, papers, something that you don't need, maybe, you know, a passport copy or your travel documents, so that, you know, if the bag gets lost, that maybe somebody will open it and find your itinerary. But this pocket's quite big. So the other thing that I don't like about this bag, and I actually could open that first, but I'll go ahead and zip that up, is that there is no pocket on the back. That's kind of a downer, because it adds a little bit of extra space for extra things. Like, I usually put some paper bags or plastic bags for laundry, or extra of those rolling air bags that you can take out all the air for your clothes and stuff like that in case one of them breaks. I usually put it there. This bag doesn't have that. This bag is expandable, and it was expanded when I opened it. So I'm going to go ahead and re-expand it. And you can see the actual expansion is, now let's see. The actual expansion is only about 4 to 5 centimeters, which is really not much. And on the top, it doesn't expand at all. It only expands to here. And so here you start at like, you know, a half a centimeter, and then you go to about maybe 4 or 5 centimeters on the bottom. That's also not really enough for me. So there's sort of a lot of disappointments in this bag. I was expecting a lot more from this bag for the price, to be quite honest with you guys. But, okay, so those are the negatives, basically. And the positives, I will say the construction is quite good. You've got screws here that can come out to change the handle if you need. Seems pretty good quality. The wheels are fantastic. It rolls good. As I mentioned earlier, the zippers are really easy to maneuver, to open. All right, and one other thing I really, really don't like is they put the locking system on it here for you. Now, I probably won't use it. I have my own lock. I will use my own lock. It's still, whatever you call that, I forgot offhand, for TSA locks. I probably won't use the internal lock on the bag. But why don't I like this? Well, there's no strap that goes around it. You have to buy your own now, which adds weight to the bag. So why they don't give you that is beyond me. I really don't understand the concept of not having that strap that you can wrap around it that's actually part of the bag. Now you have to buy an accessory, and it's something else to lose and something else to store. I'm not real happy with that. But the rest of the quality of the bag is good. I mean, they give you a handle on the bottom to pick it up, make it easy. They give you that handle here. They give you these kind of skid things to kind of protect the bag a little bit on pretty much every side. They give you that except for the front and the one side. I haven't used it yet, so I don't really know how it's going to perform in real life. I bought it because this bag here, I'm going to show you in a minute, the Jaguar bag, has some issues. So that's the Travelpro Platinum Elite 26-inch checked bag. Now I'm sorry again, I'm not a YouTuber, so, you know, bear with me. The handle also not bad. Okay, so let's move to the bag. Actually, this is my wife's bag. She's been using this for about 18 years, and I've used it off and on. This bag has probably been on more than 50 flights, most of them international. I live in Taiwan, but I go back to the United States. I've gone to Canada. I've gone to Southeast Asia many, many times, Nepal. This last trip I went to Laos. And it performs quite well over the years. My wife usually uses it like you know, you can tell the colors are a little bit more feminine. But the bag is a little bit bigger than another Jaguar that I have. So this bag inside is 60 centimeters long, right? 46 centimeters wide and about 22 to 24 centimeters deep. So it's not quite as deep as the Travelpro, but it makes up for all of that with all the pockets that it has. And that's something that I really like about this bag. Okay, something else I need to mention to you, and I will show you later, is that there's an 8 centimeter expansion on this bag, and that one was about 4. But this bag is 6.45 kilo, empty. It's quite heavy. That one, the Travelpro, they claim that it's 4.4, but it's not. With all the stuff they put in it and everything else, it ends up with a total weight of 4.8 kilo. But the difference in the weight is still about 1.5 kilo, which is pretty good, I think. So, all right, so let's go ahead and open this up. And I can show you guys, that's the expansion, why I love this bag and why I've been using it for so long. There it is, folks. The bag I've been using for, well, my wife and I have been using for 18 years. And the reason that I need to change it is, I forget which wheel it is, it's starting to wobble. And it cannot be replaced. Jaguar, I think, no longer exists, and I don't think that they have any parts available. I've changed the wheels on this about 8 years ago from those plastic ABS wheels. They put these rubber wheels on it that are much better, I tell you what. So why do I like this? Well, first thing, I got 2 pockets here, which open on the top. That's just common sense from a luggage manufacturer. They should be putting it on the top, not on the bottom. All right, and then you have a bigger pocket here that opens up, and you can put all kind of other stuff in here. You usually have papers and receipts and, you know, other things that just kind of loose stuff that you don't want to lose, but you just throw it in here. So this is something I really like about the Jaguar bags, is they all have that. Now this bag's expansion is on the top part, which is kind of weird. And that expands 8 centimeters. So that's really, really incredible that it expands 8 centimeters on the top like that. And it helps with, you know, you can pack a little bit tighter, a little bit higher, and then push it down. It works quite well. All right, so that's that. Now, on the front of the bag, again, something that Jaguar did right. I got 3 pockets. I got a big pocket up on top. Well, not a big one, but a small one. I can get 1 sandal in here, sometimes 2, depending on the size, but I got big feet, so I can put 1 here with some other stuff on the top. It's quite big. And then I have this big pocket here that I can get another sandal inside, plus some other documents or other things that I need. And then you got a small pocket here that you can't really put much in, but it's still there. You can use it. So that adds so much space to the bag itself. And then voila, you have another pocket on the back. And this pocket you can put, you know, like I told you before, I put some bags and stuff in there. And this is where the attached strap goes to wrap around the bag to secure it in case the zippers break, that your stuff is not going to be all over the place. Why Travelpro didn't do this, I do not understand. You have to buy everything by yourself, and for a bag that costs $300 or $400, they should give it to you. Yeah, so this bag is incredibly durable. It has been broken. It was cracked up on top inside. They put some honeycomb stuff. They glued it on there, or no, they didn't glue it. I don't know. I think they riveted it on there. And it's held for over 10 years. It hasn't re-cracked. The wheels, I think some wheels had problem. This thing has broken before they were able to repair it. This is for the expansion of it, which is something Travelpro also does not have. This bag has 6 wheels. As you can see, it has 6 wheels on it. This is for the expansion, and it helps to maneuver the bag, especially that this wheel, yeah, it's this one, I have an X on it, is kind of wobbly. You can see how that's really wobbly. These are starting also, but this one is really bad. So when it rolls, it just kind of moves back and forth, and it makes it more difficult to turn. But once you open this up, it really helps. So I actually have a really big dilemma to throw this away, but I don't have a lot of extra space for it. So because of this wheel problem, I had to buy the Travelpro. But again, you know, if we put them side by side, probably the space is going to be rather similar. They're both about the same length, they're both about the same width, and they both basically have the same amount of space. Now, all the pockets from the Jaguar bag probably would equal the amount of space that you get inside of this, because it is, like I said, quite deep in there. It's quite deep. So that's a good thing. But again, I really think Travelpro could have done a much better job with this. I have heard that Briggs and Riley, like for example, the wheels you can change by yourself. But on the Travelpro, they use rivets, so you can't change them by yourself unless you have a riveter. So my big question to Travelpro is, what happens if I'm on a trip somewhere and a wheel breaks, or I have a big hole in my bag? Because the customer service, they don't answer emails. You can't even call them. You can only go through their menu to get service. And that could take weeks, months, who knows? I haven't tried to really use it yet, but I did try to contact Travelpro to ask them something before I bought the bag, but there was no way to contact them. And that to me is really a negative. And I'm highly considering to send this bag back to Amazon because of that problem. The quality is good, but you know how airlines are. They throw stuff around and they don't really care, and they could break a wheel, they could break a zipper, they could puncture a hole in it. So that's really a negative for me on this bag. The Briggs and Riley bag that I was looking at, I think is the baseline. It's a 25 inch or 26 inch. And it's much more expensive, but I think their service probably is better, and you can change the stuff by yourself. You can bring extra parts with you if you need. I think they will give them to you. I don't know. I have to check with that. I don't know, guys. I have a little bit of a dilemma. Somebody told me this bag should last me 20 years. I don't know. This one has lasted me 18 years. And it's still basically in good shape. It just has some problems with it. So, I don't know. Anyway, that's my review of the Travelpro Platinum Elite 26 inch. Again, this is a 26 inch bag. Okay, and this is also, I thought it was a 24 before, but it seems to actually be a 26. This is on the bed, of course, but you can see them side by side. The Travelpro is slightly higher. If on flat surfaces, it's a little bit higher. But it looks a little bit smaller because this one has more pockets. But anyway, guys, I don't want to ramble on. So thank you for watching. Please leave comments if you have any. And thanks again. Bye.